13 hours and counting.
Was that supposed to be good?
Oh, honey, take it from an old courtroom hand. The longer the jury deliberates, the better the odds are they're going to convict. People just like to take a long time where they're going to put a man in a cage for the rest of his life.
What life? I thought you were going for the death penalty.
Well, that was just a tactic. They're never going to do that. Depending on the judge, will get like 25, 35 years.
A veritable picnic, a vacation.
Sweetheart, I always told you I had a heart.
I think I've just lost my appetite.
Yeah. Wonder what the hell he's smiling about.
I don't know. God help us if he knows something we don't.
I was trying not to wake you.
Thanks. I must have fallen asleep around 5.
Me too. I thought we would have heard something by now. Mason Kaplan. Yes? I see. No, we have no objection.
That didn't sound like the verdict.
No. The foreman sent word to the clerk that they want more specific instructions from the judge.
Regarding what?
The definition of circumstantial evidence.
Well, is that good news or bad news?
I wish I knew.
Mason would have called if he'd heard anything during the night, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would have.
Well, I just didn't understand it would take this long.
I don't like it, Sophia. I really don't like it. If they were going to go for acquittal, we would have heard by now.
You don't know that.
You never should have dragged Pamela on this time because you did it for nothing.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Angel. Oh, honey, I'm not even going to ask how you slept. I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I could, but I drifted off around midnight, and I'm really glad I did because I had the most incredible dream.
What kind of a dream?
Well, I was in the courthouse as clearly as I'm sitting here right now, and the judge, she asked for the verdict, and I was really scared, but then she said, not guilty. I mean, it was the most incredible feeling.
Well, those are the words I've been praying that we'll hear today.
Oh, but we will. I mean, that's the reason I had the dream. When I woke up this morning, I knew it was going to happen because I still had that wonderful feeling.
Baby, I can't tell you how much I wish that dream comes true.
But it's going to, Daddy. I've waited all day for this feeling to go away, and it hasn't. The dream was there to tell us that we don't need to worry. Cruz is going to be set free.
We have, Your Honor.
Please proceed.
We find the defendant, Cruz Castillo, guilty of murder in the first degree.
Look at him. Every time he looks over here, it looks like he's doing a little victory dance.
Hey, you heard Mason's closing statement. I mean, he had that jury hooked. Some of them, they even had tears in their eyes.
I know, but Jeffrey, I can't help think how he twisted things around. The most innocent statement wouldn't even reach a person's mouth before it was turned around to Cruz somehow.
You mean my mother's statements?
Maybe they weren't any more damning than my father's.
Yeah, I'm sure each of them blames the other for doing the most damage. You know, that's all we need. All we need right now is two parents locked in mortal combat. My God. Hey, come here. Just promise me that you will never let that get in our way.
I love you, baby. And however our parents may behave, it's never going to change the way I feel.
I love you too. And we are going to get through this trial. And we are going to be married, and it's going to be better than we ever dreamed it would be, okay?
I didn't think people really looked at each other like that outside of movies.
Like outside of high school. Every time you go for that moony-eyed look.
How would you know what I go for? You never looked at me like that. Oh, stop it. Don't make fun of what you can't have.
I can't have, and what I wouldn't ever want. You mean, I don't envy America, sweethearts. That relationship's gonna be face down in the mud in 6 months.
Why do you say that?
Consider their roots, darling. Consider their mummy and their daddy. Don't you think it's gonna put a crimp in the old relationship? Cece and Pamela are gonna eat each other alive. And Kelly and Jeffrey are gonna be the first casualties.
I see what you mean.
I mean, you leave that family alone, unsupervised, for 5 minutes, they're gonna tear each other to bits.
Now, tell me about it. I've been the entree at several family dinners.
Actually, when you think about it, I'm doing Cruz a favor. You know? Otherwise, if he weren't behind bars, he'd be a bona fide member of a vicious, self-serving pack of egomaniacs. He should thank me.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
You know, the more I think about it, the better I like it.
What do you mean?
If the jury is requesting a more thorough explanation, that means they're giving the issues the careful consideration that we wanted them to, and they're not being won over by Keith's histrionics.
I just wish I'd listened to you about my mother sooner. If I hadn't waited so long to let you convince me to put her on the stand, I might have had time to question her more thoroughly.
Mason, everything was happening so fast it was insane.
I left us wide open, Julia. If I'd known about the transaction between my father and her, I could have brought it up in court first. The way it happened, looked like we were trying to conceal information.
Mason, don't do that. For better or for worse, our job is over. And Monday morning quarterbacking isn't going to change the verdict.
What about my sister, Julia? If Cruz is found guilty, do you think she'll be able to forget my mistakes?
No,
you didn't exactly have luxury accommodations either. You must feel at least as bad as me. But if you think I'm going to tell you to stop, you're wrong.
Good morning. I brought you guys breakfast, okay? Let me see now. What do we have here? We have grapes. We have cheese. We have strawberries. We have more cheese. We have croissants. Oh, but darling, no raspberry preserves. I'm really sorry the market didn't have them. Mason cannot live without his raspberry preserves in the morning. We get this really imported kind from London, but the market didn't have them. Only one market in town carries them. Darling, can you live with strawberry preserves just once?
I guess so.
Terrific. That was very thoughtful of you. But...
Oh, well, this is the least I can do. The two of you have been worrying about this verdict all night. You must be really stressed out.
Yeah, we're a little tense.
Oh, sweetheart, your neck must be killing you. You know, he always gets this kink in the left side of his neck. Oh, silly me. Now, if I had remembered, when I brought the food, I could have brought along a masseur, and then you guys could have had massages. It would have been great.
It really wouldn't have been necessary. You've done enough already.
Oh, well, just think, you know, by tonight, Cruz is going to be a free man, and our lives can get back to normal.
I'm not sure, Victoria. A lot's happened during this trial. I'm not sure anything's ever going to be normal around here again.
I went to early mass this morning.
Really?
Yeah. I met Father Velasquez. He says he knows you really well.
Oh, yeah, he's a real good guy. My gosh, that must be the first time you set foot in church since you got to town, huh?
Don't tell Mama. I used to always go every Sunday when I was at home.
Oh, that's my fault. You know, I should have taken you right over there and introduced you around. I just,
I made it today, and I'm glad. I said the rosary for you today.
Thank you.
I want you to keep this till all this is over. Mama gave it to me after my first communion, and I haven't really used it in a long time. But today when I was praying, I felt like God was really listening.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Yeah. You know, for once, I wasn't praying for myself. I was praying for fairness to be shown to someone who's been fair all of his life.
Oh, darling, I mean, how can you say that about me? I mean, when we were kids, every time we'd have an argument, I'd just end up screaming at you and telling you to do it because I said.
You never yelled at me when I didn't deserve it. You know, this morning I was thinking about how you always used to read me the riot codes every time I played my music too loud. I miss that, Cruz. I miss you.
I miss you too. Carmecita, I miss you.
You know, I don't know what I would do if, well, you know, if things didn't turn out right.
Oh, no, don't worry about that. Things are going to be fine.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. You know, I couldn't stand it if I knew that you were really scared about what's going to happen.
Oh, no, darling. I'm innocent, you know? I didn't do nothing wrong, so I have nothing to be scared about.
Good. I'm not either, most of the time. Just some of the time.
You know, Mama used to always say how I had more lives than a cat.
Yeah. I used to do the craziest things and never get hurt.
That's right. That's why I'm not going to get hurt now, too.
Promise?
Promise.
Maybe if there was ever a time that I wish dreams would come true, it's right now.
But it is going to come true. Exactly the way I saw it.
Honey, no one can know exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, I do.
Honey, juries are unpredictable. I mean, they're humans, you know, they're people, and they make mistakes sometimes.
Daddy, Mama, these people who are on the jury probably knew Cruz before they even served on the jury. How can they possibly convict a man that they've admired? How can they possibly think that he could kill anybody in cold blood?
We're counting on that.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're counting on anything. You sound like you've given up or something.
No, baby, it's just that we have no idea what's going to happen, and we just want to be prepared for anything.
Mama, these are 12 honest people. Honest people aren't going to convict an honest man. I'm going to go. I want to be with Mason and Julia when they hear the verdict.
Okay, honey.
It's going to be all right.
You know what that reminds me of?
No, what?
You. When we thought that Eden was dead, you wouldn't believe it for days. You were in a state of complete denial.
Yeah, I remember that.
I guess we all protect ourselves different ways, don't we?
That doesn't keep the truth away for very long. But when the truth is ugly, you want to be blind to it as long as you can.
Are you talking about yourself?
I'm starting to feel the changes between us already. I just don't know what to believe anymore, Cece. You know, I'd probably be better off just fooling myself like Eden is right now.
Well, you can't get a proper English breakfast here, but the portions come pretty close, I'll give it that.
Do you remember those lovely breakfasts we used to have in London?
Yeah. Yeah, we were the only two in the household who used to love to get up early, to crack a dawn and have these huge feasts. Well, what do we have? We had 3 different kinds of sausages, eggs, kippers, bacon.
Fish for breakfast? Yes. It's not as bad as it sounds. Oh, Jeffrey and I loved our mornings together. Except, of course, when he brought a toad to the table.
Wait. No. It wasn't a toad, it was a frog. A nice, clean frog from the garden. And you didn't have to go on the way you did. Oh, I guess you had to be there.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I'm not with it today.
Yes, I suppose you must be thinking of your sister.
And Cruz, I am. And he's like a brother to me, and sometimes I feel like I'm closer to him
Well, to other members of my family.
Well, I was praying that my testimony would help in some way. I'm not sure that it did.
Well, it still might. I mean, it depends on which facts the jury considered important.
Oh, I hope they're going to be all right. Must be awful for you trying to plan a wedding in the midst of all this.
I know, it hasn't been easy, but Eden made us promise that we would go ahead with our wedding plans, and we are going to.
Well, she's thinking of your happiness. We all are.
Anyway, I'm so glad you're going to be here for the ceremony, and I know it's going to be special.
So am I, but I'm going to be here for much more than the ceremony.
Oh?
Well, now that I've found my children again, I've missed so much time with them. I just want to spend the rest of my life making up for it.
You say things are changing between us. Well, they're not changing for me. I love you now. I always did, and I always will.
You see, what I don't understand is how you could love me as much as you say you do and not tell me so many important things.
I didn't want you to be upset. I thought you would be upset if you found out she was alive and here in town. I thought I could get her out of town before you found out anything, that's all.
For God's sake, Cece, the woman has children here. If she made up her mind to come back here, why did you ever think that $100,000 would make her give them up, change her mind, and leave town
I don't
again?
know what I thought. I just wanted to get her out of town.
Well, she's here, and she's going to stay, and our lives are going to be changed.
Our lives will only change if we let them. We do not have to be under Pamela's influence, you know.
Cece, don't be crazy. Her son is marrying our daughter. We are already hopelessly involved with her.
We'll find a way. We'll let them get married. Everything will settle down. We'll find a way.
Don't you ever make promises to me again you can't keep.
I got her out of my life once for a very long time, and I can do it again.
I wish I could believe that.
Have I ever broken a promise to you?
When you said we'd be honest with each other, when you said no more secrets, when you said no more lies, and when you promised me you'd never shut me out again.
Hi!
Victoria.
Hi.
Is Mason here?
Oh, no. He and Julia just went on to tell Cruz something about the jury.
Well, the verdict hasn't come in or
Oh, no, nothing like that. A juror called, a clerk called up and said that the jury wanted to go see the judge again or something.
About what?
Something about the evidence, instructions for the evidence. I don't know, Mason wasn't real clear about it. You know, he didn't have time to tell me. He was rushing out of here.
Well, I wish I knew what that meant.
Well, you know, Julia seemed to think that it was a good thing that the jury was taking so long, but I guess if you want to know the real story, you're going to have to go down there, you know, by yourself.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Oh, you know, Eden, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I am so crazed. You know, I was up half the night trying to learn lines for these 2 scenes that we have to shoot at the beach tonight. It's just so weird to try to learn lines with all this stuff going on, you know?
Well, you have a job to do.
Yeah, well, you know how much I care about Cruz, and all I can think about is Cruz, but there are so many people involved in this film. I mean, we have writers and directors and wardrobe people and makeup people, and it's like if I don't show up, they're going to lose this unbelievable amount of money.
Oh, Tori, you don't need to apologize. I'm sure Cruz would understand.
Yeah, I know, but it just seems so bizarre to be talking and laughing and smiling in front of the camera when all the hell is breaking loose. It's like I got to lose part of myself in order just to get through it, you know?
Yeah, I know. I've had that same feeling.
You know, I really
want
to...
When I
really wish...
talk.
I really wish I could help you, you know, some way.
No, everything's fine, really. Cruz is a really special person. I'm sure the jury will be able to see that. And
oh, God,
I know that he's innocent.
It must be wonderful to believe in somebody that strongly, you know?
Listen, I'm going to go down to the jail. Maybe you'd like to go with me.
Oh, no, I'd be a bother. No, it's okay.
No, you wouldn't. I'm sure Mason would.
No, you go ahead. But tell Mason, well, actually, tell everybody that I'm hoping for the best. Okay. See ya.
Bye.
If they ask for more instructions, then they can have doubts. And if they have doubts, then the jury can be divided. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this end in either an acquittal or a hung jury.
And a hung jury would mean a new trial.
I barely got through this trial. I don't think I could handle another trial.
Cruz, I just don't want you to be concerned that the verdict hasn't come in yet.
Oh, I know. It's no big deal, right? I mean, I've heard all the theories, Julia, or both of them. The longer the jury deliberates, the better it is for me. The shorter the jury deliberates, the better it is for me. In my experience, when a jury takes this long, it means you're going to get a guilty conviction. You're going to get convicted, for God's sake.
That's not necessarily true.
Oh, Mason, please. I mean, I was a cop. I sat in a lot of trials. 9 times out of 10, you can smell this kind of thing coming. And I smell it.
You can't think...
I can't think at all, in case you haven't noticed. I don't want to talk about this. Will you please just leave me alone now?
Do you want me to get you some food from the kitchen? It's way past noon.
No, thank you.
I don't blame you. I'm not hungry either. I just didn't think it would take this long.
No, I didn't either.
Maybe we should go down to the courthouse and wait.
Just as we're waiting here, is less reporters to crawl over?
Mom? Dad?
Honey? Hi.
Have you heard it?
No, I didn't either. Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
We're just driving ourselves crazy with all this waiting. We thought we'd come over and see if company is needed.
Yes, company is needed. Thank you for coming. I'm just so glad to see the two of you.
Thank you. You know, we've been trying to cheer each other up all morning, but as the day goes by, it just seems to get a little harder.
I don't mean to sound negative, but I don't think it's a good sign that we have to wait this long.
Oh, Daddy, at least you don't have to worry alone. That's why I thought if at least some of the family were together, it'd be better.
Well, that is if it's not too premature for me to be considered family.
Oh, Jeffrey, no, absolutely not. It's going to be official very soon now. We're going to be very proud to have you in the family, aren't we?
Of course.
The day that wouldn't die. This day's taken 1,000 hours. Nervous much, am I?
Well, so am I. Why don't we just stand out here in the middle of the hallway? Why don't we go in your office and relax?
Because somebody's going to be coming out of that door with a verdict, and I want to be the first to hear about it.
Maybe there won't be a verdict.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, it happens sometimes, doesn't it? I mean, the jury can't decide. A hanging jury.
Darling, it is a hung jury. Hung jury, and it's not going to happen.
Huh. Whatever it's called. I mean, what if it happens?
It's never happened to me in all the cases that I've had.
Well, there could always be a first time, couldn't there?
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know if there'll be a decision today, but I had to be here.
Well, I know what you mean.
I hope justice will be finally done.
Whatever happens, there'll be no real justice, Alex. Whatever the verdict, nobody can bring her back to us.
Please take care of him. Make them set him free.
Can't be much longer.
That's what you said at 9 o'clock this morning.
Okay, Cecilia. The jury's in. Let's go for a walk.
Care to comment on the amazing knack your family seems to have for avoiding convictions?
No, she would not. That question has absolutely no bearing on what's going on here today.
I was speaking to Miss Capel. Who are you?
Excuse me? Who the hell are you? Do you have a press card or something?
Of course I have a press card.
Yeah, well, let's see it before I get the bailiff and have him throw you out, all right? No, wait. Nice press card.
Hey, what the hell do you... keep it rolling. Mason Capwell, Sandy Martin, Channel 6 News. Where's your client?
We'll be meeting Mr. Castillo inside.
How's he feeling? What's his state of mind?
He's very calm.
Well, that's rather surprising considering the odds are running about 5 to 1 in favor of a guilty verdict in this trial.
May I ask where you get your statistics?
Well, we've taken a few straw polls around the station, and most people seem to think that the prosecution has mounted a rather strong case.
Well, fortunately, juries don't deal in casual polls. They're a little more responsible about their decision-making. Excuse me.
Mrs. Conrad, Sandy Martin, Channel 6 News. You've been a rather controversial witness in this case.
I'm sorry, I have no comment to make.
You were called by the defense, and yet a lot of people seem to think you made some rather powerful statements for the prosecution.
Really, I'm sorry, but I have nothing to say about that now.
One of those statements concerned your ex-husband, the very wealthy, very prominent CC Capwell.
I believe the lady said no comment.
Right at the wheelchair, Frank. Here's the one. Miss Capwell, this is a crucial day for you. How do you feel?
How do you feel? Just leave her alone.
That's okay, Carmen. I'll answer one question. Please, just one question.
All right, Miss Capwell, how do you think you're going to feel when you leave the courtroom later today?
Well, I think I'm going to have a lot of emotions, a lot of different emotions. First will be joy and relief and a sense of vindication, because when I walk out of here, the man that I love is going to be by my side. Cruz Castillo is going to be set free.
All rise. Court is now in session. Be seated.
We are assembled in the case of the People versus Cruz Castillo. All parties are present. Mr. Foreman, do you have a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
Would you please hand the verdict to the bailiff? Mr. Castillo, would you please rise and face the jury? Would you please read the verdict?
The people of the state of California plaintiff versus Cruz Castillo, defendant. We, the jury, in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Cruz Castillo, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree.
Courtroom will come to order.
I realize it doesn't make any difference, but I would like the record to reflect one small detail that may have been overlooked. I did not kill Elena Nicholas.
Your statement will be noted.
Thank
you. A date will be set within 1 week. Keeping in mind the penalty phase, I will pronounce sentence at that time. This court stands adjourned.
Cruz. Cruz. No, you don't understand. I've got to talk to him. I have to see him. Mama, they won't let me see him.
All right, baby. I'm sorry. I'll let you down.
You did everything you could.
I'm sorry, Eden. I really thought it would go the other way. I'm sorry.
I've got to see him. I've got to talk to him. I got to talk to him.
We want to talk to him about the next step.
Absolutely. We do that right away. We'll get it right away. We'll get out. It's got to be fast.
Oh, my God. Take it easy.
Well, I must say, District Attorney, you put your money where your mouth is. Congratulations.
A handshake? That's what I get?
No, we're a public place. Real congratulations come later.
Well, you bring the jello, I got the time.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right.
I prayed
We're not
so
gonna
hard.
stop fighting. I know, me too.
I don't understand. I mean, Cruz, he's so gentle, and I've never known anybody like him, and I don't understand how something like this could happen.
I don't know. I don't have any answers for you. But we are not gonna let it go any further.
How are we gonna stop something like this?
Mason and Julia said that they are going to place it to a higher court or something.
I was just thinking this morning, when the first time I came here, I thought I was so cool and so smart, running away from Mama's house. I thought maybe I'd stay. Maybe I'd stay with Cruz. Meet a nice guy, move into an apartment. God, I don't know what I thought. But Cruz, when he looked at me, he knew. He had my number. He knew everything. He set me straight. And it wasn't like Mama did. It wasn't like he treated me like a kid. He talked to me like an equal. I should say he yelled at me like an equal. There was so much love underneath. And he made me want to change. He made me want to be different. And I don't think I can let go of that.
Listen to me. You don't have to. Because he's gonna come back to us. And your job and my job right now is to make him believe that.
It's gonna be real hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be real hard. But like you said, he taught you how to be strong, right?
Yeah.
Well, he taught me. And we are going to show him what we learned. Okay? Okay. Give me a hug.
I just didn't expect that. I didn't. Everybody said it could happen.
I didn't know what to expect.
I feel so responsible. Obviously, the jury thought that I was paid off to conceal something.
You didn't do anything of the kind, Pamela.
Well, how do you know, Alex?
What do you say?
I did know more than I said, but nobody paid me off to keep quiet. It was my decision entirely alone.
What? To keep quiet about what?
Alex, I thought that you'd at least speak up by now.
Me?
For God's sake, Alex, you've got to say something now, please.
Well, the big rush is over now. Perhaps you have time for a comment now?
Look, just get out of the way, all right?
Hey, you destroyed private property, buddy. I could press charges.
Yeah, well, be my guest. Let's go.
Mr. Conrad, this is the 80s. Women are supposed to be allowed to talk for themselves. You haven't let Miss Capel open her mouth once.
I'm sorry. Would you like to tell this man to go to hell personally? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to deprive you of that pleasure. Go ahead.
All I'd like to say is there's been a gross miscarriage of justice here today, and only made more pathetic by your obvious enjoyment. Thank you very much. I just got out of rehearsal. Is it over?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. I don't know what to say.
Well, we're all in shock. We're a little numb right now.
See, you were both very confident going in, Mr. and Mrs. Capwell. Quite a blow, I'm sure.
Look, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Justice cannot be served if corruption is running rampant in the DA's office. Excuse us.
Miss Lane, you testified for Cruz Castillo. Do you think the verdict was unfair?
Look, I've known Cruz since high school. He has always regarded life as a very sacred thing. I know that he did not commit the crime that he's been accused of.
Well, that's a very impassioned defense, Miss Lane. Surely Cruz Castillo's defense attorney gave you a few pointers? I mean, after all, he is your husband, too.
Nobody coached me. I'm saying what I'm feeling.
Well, I think that Cruz Castillo could have used you in aid of his defense. I mean, there are those who say that Mason Capel didn't put up the best case.
I think Mason did a wonderful job.
Do you think there's any truth to the speculation that your husband may have given less than his best because of old resentments towards Cruz Castillo?
Old resentments?
Well, with all due respect, you were once Cruz Castillo's mistress. Hope that was in focus. We can't get a cut in time for the 6. It's going to be dynamite at 11.
This is the first round. That's the way that you have to think about this.
I know it sounds crazy, Cruz, but sometimes when you have the overall perspective of the trial behind you, you can find the key to winning the appeal. Julie and I are going to start studying the transcripts tonight.
We're gonna file for an appeal after the sentencing.
Yeah.
Cruz, you have seen this happen. Now, we can win this. We can. It's just gonna take a little longer than you thought.
You can't give up now, Cruz. We need you more than ever.
You don't need me, Mason. You do not need me. You need a legal system where a man like Keith Timmons is not allowed to lie and cheat and hurt people and have it turned into law. Can you do something about that? Can you promise me that he or somebody just like him won't do the same damn thing to me again while a judge sits by and lets it happen? No. You can't. Happened. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. Just let me be here with you.
I don't understand. What could I possibly do for Cruz Castillo?
I would have come to you sooner, but it never occurred to me that he'd be found guilty. I thought he would win. Alex, I thought I could keep your secret. But I can't let an innocent man go to jail for life, and neither can you.
I swear I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I was there.
Where?
You know I was there.
Where?
The night Elena was killed at the Laser Palace. The man in the jacket, I saw him.
You said you didn't see his face.
But I did. Alex, if you don't go to the police, I will.
Oh, don't worry. The champagne may be nice, but I'm sorry, Cece, I didn't see you.
That's because you were too busy making tasteless suggestions to that slimy, unethical son of...
Don't be a sore loser, Cece. Keith won fair and square.
Fair, huh? You'd have to look up that word in the dictionary. Fair. You used every dirty trick in the book, and the dirtiest and cheapest trick was you.
Wait a minute, that's enough.
Don't tell me that's enough. This whole hideous tragedy is your fault.
My fault?
Yes, yours. You brought Pamela here, and you kept her, and you fed her sick dreams and her delusions for your own purposes, and you turned her over to that slime bag for the purposes of the trial. You just don't give a damn who you hurt.
Hey, I'm not the one that went sneaking around hotel rooms, paying her off with little envelopes filled with money.
My giving her money had nothing to do with the trial, and you know it, but you made sure Timmons did. You made sure that it looked like I paid her or that I bribed her for that testimony. You just don't care. When are you gonna understand it's not right to go after my family? I took Brandon away from you. Now, maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe I'm going to have to do something else to you.
Leave me alone. You're hurting me.
You know, you should have been drowned a long time ago. That's what they do with infected rats who infect everybody else.
Stop it. Let me go. Stop
it. Well, I think it's what you're always telling me about my legs. You say I shouldn't give up hope. Well, I think you should believe that for yourself.
Yeah, Mason and Julie were telling me about the appeal and the new trial, and, you know, I was thinking how, you know, in my experience, you can't just go to a judge and say, let's do this again, pretty please. It doesn't always work that clean, you know?
Well, maybe not, but Mason and Julia, you know, they won't stop until they get what they want.
I hear that. They won't stop.
I think we should be the same way.
And I think maybe you should go home now, darling.
What?
I don't want to stand around here talking about what might happen, okay? Okay? About what should have happened, what almost did happen. Why don't we talk about what really did happen, which is that I just got convicted of first-degree murder, and the next time I walk into that room, that woman is going to tell me the rest of my life will be spent in a cage, locked up some way away from you. Now, you want to talk about that?
It's not going to be forever.
You don't know it's not forever. You don't know that, Eden. I don't know that. That's what you wish. This is the real world. Things don't always work out the way we want. Let's not coat this. This ain't a dream. This ain't some kind of miracle coming down. This is real.
Miracles can happen.
Miracles can happen. I haven't seen one happen around here lately.
Oh, yeah, I guess you haven't seen any miracles happen in a long time, have you? Well, let me tell you something. Our life has been filled with miracles.
Darling, what are you doing?
No! You believe. You taught me to do nothing but believe. And that's all I ever needed. I want you to stand there and you look me in the eye. And you tell me you don't believe in miracles.
Next on Donahue, a party for Phil's 20th. That's right, 20 years ago today, Donahue first hit the air, and he's been making waves ever since. The gala celebration is a TV special, packed with groundbreaking entertainment. Donahue has a history of getting there first. See how in highlights from award-winning shows, everything from encounters with a dangerous motorcycle gang, to politicians, to a parade of male strippers. It's a full hour for the heart and the mind. So stay tuned for Donahue's 20th anniversary right here.